What's the best thing you've said to your golf ball? I've been pretty mean to it at times. I've been pretty nice to it at times. Best lines I've probably used, I probably can't use right now. I don't think they're appropriate. If your golf ball could talk back, what do you think it would say to you? It'd probably tell me to shut up a little bit. Probably tell me to say less to it. I imagine it'd say, "You talk too much, Jordan." What would you tell a 13-year-old Jordan Spieth? Don't need to live and die by every single swing. What you do in whatever tournament's coming up next, I guarantee you that you're not going to remember when you're 24. Therefore, you know, have a little bit more fun when you're playing. And I didn't need to tell myself that because my dad was there to tell me that. And you know, when you're 13, you don't really want to listen to your dad and what he's telling you to do on the golf course, but it kicks in, and it has worked over the years, and I've had more fun probably each year that I've played golf. What's the most memorable moment of my career so far? I would say the most memorable moment of my career was being able to walk up the 18th hole at Augusta National Golf Club knowing I was going to win the Masters at 21. I knew at the time how much I needed to enjoy that and how rare, and how that's only been done once before by somebody, and how rare you can walk up that green knowing you're going to win. It was a dream come true, and I thoroughly enjoyed and soaked it in as it was happening, even though the tournament wasn't necessarily quite over yet. When did I first start putting with the Scotty Cameron I've had in the bag for a while now? I first used that putter when I was 16. I had just won the US Junior in New Jersey with a different putter, a Scotty Cameron Trillium Circle T. I was putting great, and I went to the studio and I saw my favorite players at the time were Adam Scott and Jeff Ogilvy, and they both used the putter that I use now. Even though I was putting great, that was the coolest putter, and I wanted my friends to see that I was using that putter when I brought it back. And so I asked if I could have one of those, and I remember the guys in the studio, Paul Vizanko, saying, "Why do you want to switch? You love this one, you're putting great with it." I'm like, "I don't know if I'm going to switch. I just, I want a different option, something with a different color, just to say whatever I could to get him to let me take the putter home." And he did, and I started using it and kind of bounced back and forth for a little, but from when I was 16, once I decided that was the one, I've been using that putter almost exclusively. It's got a lot of wear and tear. How do you move on from a bad shot? Well, hopefully you missed it in what was a decent location, so you can look at the positive side of things, saying, I hit a bad shot, but it may not actually hurt me. Sometimes you hit a really bad shot and it can hurt you. I guess it's just experience. I mean, I've let it linger and watched that really hurt me, and I've also not cared, or at least pretended not to care, and watched that help. So it's just kind of trial and error until you figure out what the right process is mentally to just go to the next shot and make sure that next one doesn't cost you any more and instead can actually, get you back some. So it's just a lot of patience, honestly. Best piece of advice a family member's given me is I've gotten a lot of advice from each of my family members, but my sister says go win, and if or ask me if I won after every event. So when she says go win, that's kind of an easy one to know. There's no hidden messages there. But my dad, telling me to really enjoy what I'm doing and to not live or die, because when you look back, it's not really going to matter that much in the course of your life what happens in that round of golf or that hole. So sometimes it's hard to keep perspective, but I think that's been his #1 piece of advice.